Good morning, YouTube. It's your boy back with another one. Well, first one here. But I'm doing today a day in the life of a wrestling streamer slash podcaster. And I'm taking you on a ride in 2 days to two events. So today, what we got planned for Friday the 19th of September is we have a meet and greet at my cricket store that I work at and manage. And then tomorrow night we have the 3 year anniversary show for North Texas Wrestling. But today what we're doing is obviously just a meet and greet. We have 4 wrestlers coming to the store. Uh, we have APR, Tiny Loke, and of course the Cowboy Anthony Andrews. They're all going to be at the store. APR is their tag team champions for another company outside of NTW, and one of them is also I guess their world champion, their heavyweight champion, however you want to put it. And then the other 2 guys, Tiny and Mr. Andrews, they are in a main event 5-on-5 tag match tomorrow night. They're both on opposing teams, and we actually have something planned for them to do at the cricket store, kind of hype up the match for tomorrow night, because the storyline they are a part of has been going on for almost 2 years now. And what I suggested was like, hey, since they're at the store tomorrow and they are on opposing teams and they are beefing online, story wise, let them interact, let them do something at the store. And they're like, yeah, if you want to, we'll let them know and y'all make something happen. And I was like, all right, cool, sounds good to me. So we got kind of like a behind the scenes for you guys to show you what's going to go into what's going to happen today. It's going to be fun. And also, in the past, I've had people ask me what I use to make my podcast and streams possible. So today I'm just going to kind of show you guys what I use for like the meet and greets and for like mobile podcast and for mobile streaming or whatever. But well, really not streaming today, more of how I go live with my phone and stuff, and what microphones I use, and what knickknacks and stuff I have in my bag to use for the lives at the store, or when I'm doing something on the fly. Because if we were doing a whole podcast, a whole stream, it'd be a lot more than just a small tripod and a microphone attached to the phone. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today. I'm actually about to get ready because it's like 7:30 in the morning, and right now I'm gonna take a shower, brush my teeth, put deodorant on, change, all that good stuff, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what I'm going to put into my camera bag, because your boy needs to get that ready. That way we can take it all to the store today. And then tonight, when I get home, I'm actually going to go into more details of what I carry with me to the actual wrestling event for tomorrow night, which is a lot more stuff than what I'm about to show you right now. So give me a few minutes and I'll be back after I get ready. Alright, guys, we're back. I'm already ready, as you can tell. Got my hat, got my cricket shirt and everything on. So right now what we're going to do is just get this backpack right here, take some stuff out, and transfer it to my other backpack, which is this one, that one, and that was a tripod that just fell. Don't need that one today because I'm actually going to take this one right over here. That one's going with me today because it already has an attachment and everything on it, so I ain't got to move stuff around. It's already on there, so yeah. But from this bag, all I'm going to grab today is the microphones. These are where I keep my Rode wireless microphones. the bag where I keep all the cables for the microphones and phones and everything in, and this microphone holder. This is where I put the Rode mics to be able to hold it like this. I have two of these. One of them is already in this bag that I'm going to be putting everything in. Take off my hat. You can't see me, so yeah, we're going to transfer that to there. I believe that's everything I need from there. Also, ND filters. This is for the GoPro. Let me see. That's really it. I was gonna bring my laptop, but instead I'm gonna bring my iPad, which is a lot more lightweight, easier to carry, because the bag I'm putting all this in is already heavy enough. But also I'm going to bring this. This is my external hard drive. I bring that everywhere I go. Gonna get the cable for it because that one right there is a USB-A end, and what I need is a USB-C right there to be able to connect it to my iPad. That's the beauty of an iPad. It can work just like a laptop if you treat it right and you know what you're doing, because this bad boy, I've set it up to where it connects to both my laptop and my iPad, no issues, so I can transfer videos and stuff to whatever tool I'm using. But in this bag, the blue one y'all saw, it's actually got all of my knickknacks here. Everything that I use, my drone, my cages, other gimbals, controllers, other attachments right here, stuff for the GoPro, lights, extra stuff. That was my ringtone going off. So yeah, in this bag I carry all the tools I need to be able to set up different cameras, different everything. Like, I can interchange everything with one phone. Like, I can use the cage, I can use the gimbal, I can use the tripod, I can use whatever clamps and stuff I want. It's all in this bag. So we're good to go with multiple setups. I'm good with whatever I need. I have attachments to be able to use my phone and my GoPro if I need to. It just makes it so much easier. And there's a space for everything in this bag to keep it all organized and neat. So all I'm going to do right now is just put everything in this bag, get in the car, go to work. But also what I'm carrying with me is, like I said, I carry two phones. One phone is the Samsung S21 FE 5G. And the other is the Samsung Z Fold 7. I also have an iPhone XR I'm going to use for tomorrow. I'm not going to take it today. That will come with me tomorrow, because all I need today is just this phone. As long as I keep a good charge on it, we're good. Right now it's at 89%, and it's been off the charger since like 5:30, like I said. So right now it's just some gear, not all of it. Tomorrow I'll be taking stuff like the mixing board, the lights, another tripod, my webcam. A lot more stuff comes with me tomorrow, but today this is just very minimal, very basic. And the next time you see me, I will be getting ready for the event. I probably won't record anything until then, but I will catch y'all in a little bit after we get to work and get ready for the event. Alright guys, I'm in the car. I completely forgot to tell you, one of the most important things I carry with me at all times, other than my phones, my wallet, my keys, and everything else, is that you also have to have a good energy drink. Always have to have a good energy drink because of what just happened. I'm tired. My words ain't coming out all the way. So always keep one of those in handy. I didn't want to record me pulling it out of the fridge and all that, because I feel like everybody does that. You know, put the camera in the fridge, open the fridge to take out the monster, close the fridge, then open it to take the camera back out. That's just way too much effort for one shot. But yeah, always keep an energy drink, a protein bar, something with you to get the energy going in the morning, especially if you're going to be running around for the next few days. Me personally, I normally would pack a lunch or something, that way I don't have to run out and get something, but it's okay because I work next to a bunch of restaurants, so I can quickly get something from either place that I work near. But that's just me. Whatever else you want to grab in the morning to get yourself energized, go for it. Protein shake, protein bar, a quick meal, whatever. But that's just me. Grab an energy drink. Always have one ready to go for when you're on the go like me. I have one here at the house in the fridge like I just showed you, and then I got one at work. That one at work I'll probably drink tomorrow, and this one I'm drinking today on the way to work. But all right, that's where we're at on the energy drinks. So let's get to work, and I'll see you when we do the event. What's up, everybody? All right, so we're at the store. I've already done everything I got to do to open, updated this board back here with all my numbers. I'm pretty much good to go, and we got a few hours until the event later on for the meet and greet. But while we're sitting here waiting and all that for customers to come in and, you know, all that good stuff, I'm just gonna get some stuff ready. Pretty much everything I'm gonna need for this tripod, for when the guys are here, they can, you know, probably cut some promos, do some, you know, quick work to hype up the matches for tomorrow. Unfortunately, one guy had to cancel. He had something come up and he's not able to make it to the meet and greet. But on the fly, me and the owner of NTW pretty much got together and was like, hey, since this guy's not coming up and the plan was for them to do something together, how about this guy just trash talks him, and I post it later on and on TikTok and Facebook and all that. He said, yeah, that's perfectly fine, like that will work. I was like, all right, cool, I'll go ahead and do that instead of, you know, what we had planned originally. And yeah, so that's all part of the wrestling business. Sometimes things don't go according to plan, but what I'm going to get ready today, where I'm going to use is my cage. This is a cage from Small Rig, and as you can tell, this thing has already got a wire and everything on it. I'm probably going to remove this and use something different. I'm not really sure yet, just because I really don't know what I want to use. Usually I would use the Rode mics right here, and obviously instead of connecting it through an auxiliary cord, I would use the USB-C to USB-A cord that comes with the Rode Wireless, which is this cord. And yeah, I really don't know yet, but I'm just going to pretty much get it ready by putting on the handles and this quick release that's on this tripod already. This is the release component, and this is what attaches to your device, or in this case my cage. So pretty much I just screw this on at the bottom right here, and I'll make sure it's centered. That way when it gets connected, it's good to go, just like that. Then of course I'll get the handle, one of them. Whatever you feel like doing if you got one of these, you know, whatever feels better in your hands, because you're going to be using this. And tomorrow my nephew actually used this, or somebody else, but today I'm using it, so I wanted it to be, you know, for my comfort, not somebody else's. So that's pretty easy to screw on. Now that's not going anywhere, and then I'll screw that on right there. And if Small Rig is watching this, if you ever want to send me some stuff to, you know, the newer stuff, you can, like newer cages, that would be dope. I will definitely use that because I use quite a bit of Small Rig stuff. I got this right here. This tripod is actually Small Rig, and I want to say this quick release is Small Rig as well. And I actually have a, you know, phone clamp that's from Small Rig. I use quite a bit of Small Rig stuff, and yeah, they're a pretty cool brand. I like them. I usually pick between them, Neewer, and every now and then I can't remember the other one. I think Logitech. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I use those kind of components for like microphones, cages, tripods, you name it. Right? They're affordable. They're sturdy. This tripod actually has a funny story behind it. One of the legs, these, is messed up, so I can't use it all the way extended out, but it gets the job done because in one of the wrestling shows it got bumped and the clamp got damaged. So now if I undo the clamp or whatever, it's hard to, you know, make it stick. So I just don't mess with it no more, and I just use the other two, and it does the job because, you know, with this right here, this helps because it extends up on its own, and if you go here as well, it extends more. So yeah, that helps me out a lot. But like I said, today I'm not sure if I'm going to use the USB-C cord or not, but if I do use it, I usually, you know, connect this dongle, which has a USB-A cord or entry, to plug this in, and it will just go like that, obviously, just like that, and then the other end would go into my phone. But the reason why I use this, because obviously that's the easiest way to connect a USB-A cord, and also has a USB-C entry for me to be able to connect a charger, and then also has two slots right there to connect a SD card. So you don't have to record directly to the phone. You can connect to an SD card. I can't get the words out. You can connect to an SD card and record that way, so you're not taking up a lot of internal memory in your phone. That's one of the easiest ways. But if you just want to break it down so simple, like simplicity, you can just make sure you got a auxiliary cord, you know, the TRRS one, like that. Don't know if you can get a clear shot, but it has the tip ring sleeve, and you can tell on this one, this is a TRS one. That will go to my to the receiver for the Rode mic. This end goes to the phone, and then of course a dongle, USB-C with a auxiliary port. So you'll just connect it like that. This goes to the mic, and then this end goes to the phone. That's what I would use if I just want to quickly do this, not mess with anything. And in my bag I have a Lightning one, which is the iPhone, like all the older iPhones from 14 down, because 15 and up I believe you use USB-C, and most Androids use USB-C. So I have two of these and two of these. Always got to keep extras, you know. And in this little compartment thing I showed y'all, it has all those little connections. Also has some extra microphones if I just want to hardwire straight to the phone through this mic, instead of using my, you know, other ones. But the cable I showed y'all, which is this one, you know, it goes to the Rode wireless. It goes to the Rode ones, but it also can go to a regular shotgun microphone like this. It will just connect there, right there, and then the other end obviously goes like I showed y'all just now. But this is only for auxiliary cord. This can't be used with the other USB part I showed y'all, like any of this. It has to be straight auxiliary, which is fine. And this bad boy is called a Dead Cat. It goes right on top of this. This is perfect if you're going outside and there's going to be a lot of wind, a lot of noise. It helps cancel out a lot of that. And then of course on my microphones here, if I decide to use those, this is the Rode Wireless Go 2. These have the little wind things on top of them already. They come off as well. If you've seen my videos, you'll know that I'll use these every now and then when I'm talking, and sometimes I won't. Just depends on where I'm at. Like today, if I use these, they'll stay on, the little windbreakers, and I'll go outside and use those. And then of course, like I showed you just now, I just put on this little component at the bottom right there to put onto this. And the reason why it's so convenient is this: you can just snap this on and there you go. And then if I'm, you know, in action, you know, stuff is moving around, I don't feel like doing that, quick release and I'm on the go. So it's so easy, you know. That's what I use to do all that. And I can actually show you this part. A lot of people don't see that, but this just screws on. I believe that's a 3/4, I'm not really sure, but the whole thing is one little part. That's what that is. It's a quick release, like I said. I believe this one cost me like 15-20 bucks, if I'm correct. I can't remember the pricing. The cage probably cost me like close to 100. This tripod, when I first bought it, probably cost me about 100 bucks. Like this is just like almost 1,000 bucks worth of gear, because another thing that's in here is my drone. I carry this with me everywhere, just in case. You never know when you want to get a good drone shot. If you saw some footage from last event, they had the steel cage. I got some drone shots before the show and that were pretty dope. So yeah, obviously you got to have a light right there. This just runs on 2 AA batteries. I have rechargeables because I don't like to buy a lot of batteries. Then of course I got 3 batteries total for my drone. I got the controller over here. I also have my gimbal right here, which is perfect if you are moving around quite a bit and you know you're going to be moving around. You just, you know, obviously set that up real quick with this little handle and you can move around. This obviously folds out just like that. And then of course you would have the clamp that goes on here and use whatever phone you want. Whenever I set this up, I always have a microphone attached, and one day I'll show you how to do all that, but you know, can't right now. Then I also have one of these clamps. This is perfect if you have a tablet, an iPad, whatever, or even one of these, a foldable phone, because in this part I just showed you, you can move this up and down to make it however you want. And for a Z Fold 7, this is perfect. Hold your phone in place just like that, and you can attach it to whatever. In this case, I could attach it to the quick release if I wanted to and whatever, but right now I'm not going to. I'm just kind of just showing you guys some of the gear I got. Then of course I got a phone clamp right here, which is, you know, can go on any phone that's big enough. Well, my case is preventing it, but you get the idea. And this bad boy right here is actually kind of cool, that right there, because this is I believe it's called a cold shoe or whatever, and it goes into whatever you need it to go into. Especially this cage has these little entryways for this kind of stuff. And whenever I have a full setup, whatever phone I have, if I'm using the USB microphones, USB-C to USB-A, that little dongle I showed y'all, I will put a battery in here and connect a charger to it. You know, just run a cable, charge the phone while it's actually being used, so you don't have to worry about taking it off and charging it and all that. But that's a lot of the stuff I use. So, but yeah, that's some of the gear I broke down for you. I could get into details of every single thing, but it would take forever because I'm shooting this and it's taking me 14 minutes. So I may end up doing this as a 2-part series. One for the meet and greet, and the next day to show you what I do for the actual wrestling event. But right now, like I said, I'm just getting this ready. I'm just gonna place it on the tripod, decide on which microphones I want to use, and then later I'll come back and show you what I decided and how everything goes, give you a sneak preview of what's happening. But I will catch y'all here in a little while. All right, guys, so it's about like a few minutes to 12, and right now it's a little slow in the store, but I've already posted on Facebook that the meet and greet is still today. Don't forget to come by. I posted the picture again, kind of reminding everybody. And then of course I posted on TikTok this morning about it. But right now I'm just gonna go live on TikTok to see if I can get any traction, you know, for this meet and greet and for tomorrow. Because you know, one thing we need here for the TikTok channel is we need people to remember that tomorrow is the event for NTW. It kind of fell on a day where you have WrestlePalooza and AEW All Out, so people may be wanting to watch those, and it might take away viewers from us. But you know, that's all part of the game. You got to compete. Unfortunately, we're competing against some pretty big companies, but this is the setup I decided to go with. This is the cage I told y'all right here, and this is the Rode wireless go-to receiver, and this is the microphone. Right now, like I said, I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna use this setup, and it's on the big tripod. Normally when I'm at work, I have the smaller one, and I'll just go like set it on top of the counter. But hey, I have all the gear today, why not use it? I haven't used it in a while. Plus this gives me a chance to make sure everything is working correctly. And it's like I told y'all, I'm not going to use the USB-C setup. I'm going to use the dongle that has a USB-C, because remember I said there's two different kinds. You can connect a USB-C to USB-A connection into the wireless go, or you can just use a straight auxiliary cord with a dongle to your phone to help set it up to, you know, go live on TikTok. And that's one way you can do this, or two ways you can do that, but I'm gonna choose this way because it is a lot easier. Because when I'm live, I'm not able to listen to what I'm, you know, doing or saying, because I can't have two phones going on at the same time, because there will be a bad echo. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna use the auxiliary cord because I know it's gonna work for sure. And all I gotta do is power on the receiver, power on the mic or transmitter, my bad, and then power on the mic, click live, and then we're good to go. So that's what we're about to do, and we're gonna see how it goes for this live, and then we're gonna get ready for the event. We're just gonna clean off the table in the back, bring it to the front. I'm not sure if we're gonna bring out the big canopy, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that, because the one that we have here, it's broken and it didn't go well last time. So yeah, that's where we're at. But right now, I'm just gonna go live and have some fun. So I'll be back later. All right, guys, we're back with the final part of this video. I really didn't record while we were outside doing the event because it was kind of hot. We didn't have the canopy up for about 45 minutes into this event, so I didn't want to take the GoPro and it overheat because my iPad had overheated and my phones were getting hot. So I didn't really go live. I didn't, um, record anything. I did post some, pictures and stuff to social media. Sent the NTW company pictures of the wrestlers interacting with customers and all that, which I'll probably post around here. And then, of course, towards the end, with the setup I showed you, with the cage and the auxiliary cord and everything, and my S24 FE right here, or S21 FE, we recorded two promos, one with Tiny Loke, and then the other one with APR, which was Tucson Dunn and Bodog Bronson. Um, they just cut some quick promos inside of the Cricket store, and I posted them to social media not that long ago. And then, of course, I actually made a video of me doing the raffle in the Cricket store of the from the people that signed up for that. I already contacted the winner. I tried to call him, send him a message and everything. If he doesn't answer, then of course I'll probably try to draw another winner tomorrow. So we'll see what happens from there. But it just today was kind of rough. It was like really exhausting because the weather said it was supposed to be a little bit cooler with some cloudy skies, so we thought the sun wasn't going to be out that much, but it was terrible. The freaking sun was out blasting us, and some of the guys, I think one or two of them were turning red. They were sweating, but they had a fun time. I think so. They really had a fun time. We were just out there laughing, cracking jokes. We were interacting with customers. They did their thing with when it came to interacting with the people to promote their show. And then of course this was an event for Cricket Wireless, so I had to be a Cricket guy at the same time of being a podcaster. So I had to obviously tell people about promotions and stuff we had going on and everything. But other than that, I really didn't get to record and stuff, but I did take quite a bit of pictures, and I do have a couple of videos from the promos. And I think my manager, not my manager, my district manager, she recorded a video, and I'll post it somewhere here, or I probably already did in this video somewhere. But like I said, it was a fun time. Uh, Nothing too crazy. We had quite a bit of people come up and ask what was going on, what we were doing, and we let them know. But yeah, that's what goes on, during meet and greets. For me, I take gear, I take tripods, microphones, my phones, some cameras, whatever I can, to let these guys, go live on TikTok or YouTube, wherever I can. And then of course we'll record promos at the Cricket store, like the day before the show, obviously. That way we can put some last minute hype behind the matches that they got going on tomorrow. Um, Unfortunately, like I said, I think I said early in the video, one of the guys wasn't able to make it due to some timing issues. Um, but it's all part of the game. It happens. These guys, they have, they're independent contractors pretty much, so they have, obligations, commitments or whatever to a lot of other promotions, not just the one we're working for right now, or what they're working for right now, which is NTW. They work for several promotions or work with them, and they have to have other commitments, and sometimes these things overlap with each other. But it is what it is. The event today was good. I loved it. I appreciate the guys for showing up. And tonight, what I'm gonna do is just get ready, put some final touches into the blue bag I showed y'all this morning. And I'm gonna wake up early and pack up all the stuff I need to take to the event tomorrow. That's mostly gonna consist of like the mixing board, the microphones, my headphones, a table, electrical strip, and of course a extension cord. And then some other knickknacks like, but most of the stuff you saw this morning is already in the bag. The rest of it's just like uh, what the other things that make the life happen, which is like my laptop, the mixing board, like I said, the headphones, and the bigger mics. Because last time I used the Rode microphones to connect to the live on one of the phones, and there was a delay. So this time I'm going to hardwire two shotgun microphones, one to each phone, pretty much the auxiliary cord style, and that's what we're going to use. And I'll show you that in the next video. But thank you for watching this. If you made it all the way to the end, I know this was a longer day in the live video than what I planned for. That's why I am going to cut it into two parts. This will be part one, and then tomorrow's event will be day two. And I'll have, obviously everything will be posted as soon as possible. If you're watching, then obviously you're watching it, the first part now. But that's all I got, guys. I really do appreciate you for watching this whole video if you did, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.